In this video, I'm going to be trying to show what I feel is the strengths of Pommern and how to play this particular battleship. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It allows you to really get into the action, see where the strengths and weaknesses are. So, off the bat, I want to try to get into a centralized position. I evaluate the team size. It's a smaller than normal battle, probably because of the excessive amount of battleships in queue. Either way, it's a good match. It's fun, and I hope you get it. Like I said, my first look is to definitely see centralized position. I anticipate going left. That's why my guns are to the right. I see that there's quite a bit of our team on the one side, so I'm going to head to Charlie, essentially, but from a centralized position with B, so I can support B if anybody is in there, or anybody goes there, and then I can move to C and just waiting for some enemies to be spotted. And you'll notice that they're all throughout the battle. It's good practice to keep a good look at your minimap, and it also is a good practice as a battleship player to always look and scan the horizon, scan each target, and determine which target is the better choice to go for. Because generally, if you have a broadside target, even if it's a battleship, and you have a bow-on cruiser, you are likely going to get more damage to the battleship than you were the cruiser. So you want to choose your shots wisely to make sure you get the most for each salvo, because you got to wait 30-something seconds for the guns to reload. So I'm looking at this Frederick the Great, trying to get a good lineup here. Just checking the trajectory of my shells, and then I'm scanning the horizon while those shells are traveling. Nice. 14k on that one. Almost 15k. Good salvo. Trying to just look around, make sure I got an idea of where everybody that is spotted is at. Waiting for my guns to reload and scanning to make sure I get a good shot on the next target. See this Iowa here, and I look at the mini map and it shows that he's pretty broadside. He goes unspotted, so I go to the next target. There's Frederick the Gross. Another salvo out. I'm slowing down now because I know this island's coming up. I want to try to see if I can get another shot off if necessary. There's some shots coming in from the other Friedrich. Pretty guns reload, keeping an eye on all the enemy ships around me. I was hoping to get a shot onto this Iowa, but unfortunately I kind of drifted too far forward and got the island between me and him, so I couldn't get a salvo off. So instead of trying for another shot, like I was trying to aim here to get to the go away. So try to get a shot on the Gross. Didn't have a good shot. So I'm just going to wait until I get on the other side of this island. Alright, now I noticed that my Georgia is pushing up. So I'm going to start pushing up with him to give him support. If you got more than one target there, that one target can't be focused. So my premise is if I push up with him, he can't get focused down, I won't get focused down. Team effort, we can combine our firepower. As always scanning, trying to choose the best target, making sure I angle to any incoming fire from the targets that are being shown. Now on my build I have manual secondary selected, which means I need to manually select which target my secondary guns will shoot at, and it's a full secondary build. So you'll notice once I get some ships in range that are selected, my secondaries will start going off, and that is one of the strengths of this ship. This ship is very very good at secondary builds, and it seems to be what it's really meant. Now I'm kind of switching my focus over now to this Iowa and this Alsace. Setting my secondaries up on it because I'm guessing that he's going to come in on me, and I'm turning away, currently undetected but soon to be detected, to get a good salvo on him, and then to try to get my secondaries going. I'm going to slow down here as well, you'll see soon. And that's just to keep me within secondary range of all the ships near. And also to let them get closer to me. Let my armor do its job and protect me. I switched my secondaries to the Alsace, since he's in range. And I'm focusing my main battery onto the Iowa. You'll also notice that I'll switch to HE soon. Because I have the Iowa bow on, I want to have my salvos be the most effective. So I'm going to switch to HE and just try to catch him on fire, try to get as much damage as I can, considering he is full bow on, and the likelihood of me getting consistent AP damage is very low. The Alsace has got torpedoes that are never going to kill him, so I switch my secondaries to the Iowa so I can get him on fire and let the DD get his kill. So there, the Alsace just got torqued by the Fletcher. I detonate it. How about that? So now I'm just going to focus all of my firepower onto the Iowa. Notice that I'm constantly trying to keep my ship at a very heavy angle to the Iowa. So you notice he's been firing AP a lot. It's not really doing any damage because my armor is protecting me. That's what you want to do. You want to really get your armor in a position to protect you. Notice that I proc the secondary perk from Luther Luchens, the special German commander. And I'm just trying to keep as much fire on him as I can. You can see how many secondary hits I'm getting. That's just the reload of the secondaries naturally, plus the special perk, and the full secondary build. It's just a lot of fun. It really pumps out a lot of nickel and dime damage, but it pumps out the damage nonetheless.
The ship is on fire!
Alright, so now the Iowa's pretty much going to burn down, so now I'm going to start to focus my attention to the Friedrich de Gross.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
He's outside of secondary range, but it's going to get swung around. Most of their team is on the other side of the map, so I'm going to get this thing turned around and start working my way back across the map to help the team out. I was undetected, so I figured it was safe to use my damage control party. No need to bleed off any health when I really didn't need to, when the likelihood of being spotted was very, very low.
Problem solved, sir.
My only fear at this point of the match is the Ostergutland that was last spotted in between B and C, and possibly the Fletcher. But they hadn't been spotted for quite a while, so I wasn't 100% sure where they were, but I did not believe that they were near us. I was kind of assuming that he would have gone to help his team on the other side, or they would have, because that's where the rest of the fleet was. Nice to point out that at this point in the match, I'm already at over 100,000 damage. That just shows how much capability this ship does have. The secondaries are very effective, and the guns, they may not be the most accurate guns, but they put out a decent amount of damage. You get good broadside targets to shoot at. Just looking around, trying to find some targets to shoot. Eye on the mini-map for when something's spotted nearby. Trying to get closer and closer to this Pommern to get just within my gun range to possibly get some shots off. But I keep looking at the other enemy Pommern downrange. Ever so close enough, but not quite close enough to get a shot off. So I keep trying to see if I can get a... Oh, there's the Ostergutland. Alright, so I instantly put my secondaries on him, and I'm turning my turrets to try to get a shot off. Fire shots. Looking really good. Nice. Alright, 3 overpens, good. And then the secondary start joining the fray. Get a couple hits here and there, maybe get a fire. There we go. Got 1 hit with 1 fire, look at that. Every little bit helps. Just keeping the pressure on gets him all flustered and the team can do the rest. Good job. Alright.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Now that's 1 more threat. Real big threat. All gone now. So now I continue to look at the Pommer and look at the Iowa. Almost there, but not quite. He's moving away. Just following the rest of my team through B. I guess fortunate for me, this wasn't a very big tanked battle, but it just shows what the ability of the ship is as far as the guns and the secondaries, and what it has to offer as far as firepower. Alright, the Pommern's just in range, and I'm just trying to get a lead. I'm not sure if it's going to get over the island, because sometimes the island indicator is not always true. So I shot kind of short, thinking it was going to, but then it comes to find out that it was way short, wasn't in range at all. So I had to readjust my aim for the back turrets. And there's an island. So there's the thing. Oh! Alright, we got a Friedrich in range now, so I set my secondaries on him. And they'll start popping off, which is nice. And another good thing with manual secondaries, it brings the dispersion of your secondaries to a point to where they just are very consistent and they get really good shots, really good lands, and that's nice. So now I can just let that do its thing and continue on other targets, try to get a shot on some other incoming targets and just let my secondaries do some work. Got the Ismo over there, I got a Fletcher over there, and I got another Georgia over there. So they can probably handle those with no problem. It's just a matter of me worrying about these guys coming in from the other side. There's also one other wrinkle in the fray, and that's the enemy Fletcher. I'm not sure where he's at, so I'm just kind of cautiously... Oh, there he is. Alright, so now I know where the Fletcher's at. So I'm going to pop my Hydro just to get a little bit of a heads up in the event that he does launch torpedoes down that gap that's in front of me there. Just keep an eye on the Friedrich, see my secondaries. Taking another shot at this Iowa. Just a little bit low, but I don't think I aimed low enough. Second thought, I don't know if I got a good shot, but doing the best you can with what you get. There we go, nice 11k. Take what you get. Sitting at 143,000 damage right now. Center position, which is kind of where I want it to be. Hydro up, just in case that Fletcher, which there he is. Just see him on the minimap. I'm going to set him as a secondary target, so if he comes into range, he'll start getting shot at. I'm going to start creeping over to him, because I want to get him taken care of, because he's a very big threat. A very, very big threat to a battleship, because he can do quite a bit of damage with just 1 salvo of torpedo. Which you'll see, it's coming. It's inevitable. When an ED feels backed up into a corner and they got torpedoes loaded, they usually, most players will usually do the low tactic. It's when you can predict that tactic, it's when you can defend yourself against it. At least to the best of your ability. So here, I thought he had torpedoes or set them, but my Hydro is still going, so I'm just trying to get nosed in. I'm hard left rudder. Well, I have the intent to go hard left rudder, and I'm trying to swing my rudder back and forth to slow down while I'm turning. And the Fletcher's my biggest fear right now. Because I'm not sure what he's going to do, and I know my Hydro's expiring soon. I wasn't sure if he was going to send torps, I wasn't sure where he was going. And I'm just trying to get my ship maneuvered in the middle. Between this gap here. Come on, baby, get around there. Alright. Cool. Alright, I got around the island, so that's good. Now I want to try to keep this island between me and where the Fletcher was last spotted. To try to reduce the chance of him getting torpedoes off on me. There he is. Alright. Launch torpedoes, hopefully he runs into him. He's turning away. Not sure exactly where he's going, but I got an island between me and him, so I know that there's likely no torpedoes coming. I'm just kind of just standing ground, slowing down, not sure what's going on. I'd like to see the Friedrich so I can get some more damage on him. Knowing that the DD is likely there. Oh, there's a DD. Alright, so I'm going to take care of the DD. Good salvo. Now you'll see me,
Enemy destroyer sunk.
I'll get caught on fire here. Or no, he breaks a gun. And then I put my repair and my heal at the same time. That's just to keep everything flowing. I almost died. If I didn't hit that heal, and if I didn't have that DCP to stop a flood, I very well may have died right there. So now, it's near the end of the battle, I'm just setting my secondaries and just trying to keep the fight going, and then right there, battle comes to an end. Just like that. That's how I feel that the Pommern should be played. That's where the Pommern really comes to its own. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.